Coach, obviously today between you and the grounds crew as well, you guys had struggles, so you can at least get outside and play. Non-conference doubleheader. Talk a little bit about the series events that led up to actually being able to play, and the fact that you guys were able to walk away with 2 wins back up here in New York.
Well, hats off to our grounds crew. We were very iffy today on whether we get this game in with 2 inches of fresh snow on the field, and they did a wonderful job, and they always do. And we were glad they were able to step in there and just get the field playable. And then, also Lycoming for driving up here and coming up and playing us on a chilly day. But this time of year, we've got to get games in when we can, and so we were excited. 2 non-conference games, get us ready for some conference play. Our next 3 doubleheaders are against conference opponents, so it was good to get some momentum. We hit the ball, our pitchers played well, and our defense. Pretty much every phase of the game was there for us today, and as coaches, we're real excited about that. I know the girls were excited just to get on the field and play.
First things first, just want to talk about today's games. Obviously, didn't even know if you guys were going to have games today because by 11 o'clock this morning, the outfield was still covered in snow. So talk a little bit about the efforts of, obviously the coaches and whatnot to have this game and what it means to you guys to get out and play.
Well, since we came back from Florida, we've only played 6 games, so we're kind of eager to go out and play. And we basically would have gotten 15 shovels and shoveled the outfield to play today because we're just so tired of being cooped up and we just want to play and we just want to win. That's what we did today.
All right, Jess, in that first game, obviously your pitching has been
awesome.
Has been awesome. So, just talk a little bit about the communications between you, Lou Krosick, and Jasmine, your GA as well. Talk about what really worked today defensively. Obviously there were a lot of good plays in the outfield. Infield stepped up as well. Overall, pretty solid defensive performance, no errors. So, just talk a little bit about how you and the defense came together in that first game, and then in the second game, obviously you saw Shannon go out there with a little different lineup with people out there as well, but same result in the end.
Okay. Our pitching and coaching staff together works really well. We have great communication when we figure out what's working that day and what's not. Today was a really trying to go get them type of offense. We really tried to pitch through them and make our fielders work. I was really impressed with our fielding. We had no errors. We put in the effort and got the win.
All right, and specifically when we look at the defense, obviously that first game, Jess Wilcox was throwing pitches that were unhittable. Just talk a little bit about her efforts today inside the circle. In the second game, Shannon Schaefer did really well as well, making it tough for the batters for Lycoming to do anything with the pitches. Talk a little bit about the communication between pitchers and catchers, and with Jasmine Piccini as well calling the pitches.
Yeah, Jasmine Piccini, being our grad assistant, this is her 6th year here. Being a 4-year starting catcher. Obviously, we believe in her and trust her to call our games, and she does a wonderful job. Our pitchers are just spot on right now. They're working really hard, and even this 2-week hiatus of not playing, they've come in extra, getting their pitches in, and staying in shape, and so we expect that from them. We expect them to come out and do well and just give us a chance to win, and they do that every time they step on the mound. And that's the first the first thing we've got to basically go out and take care of things, and we know that pitchers are going to keep us in the game.
Haley, on the other side, both games, bats stepped up. You got to give Lycoming some props because there were some innings where 3 up, 3 down, or it was just a struggle to clear the bases once you got people on it. So talk about what was different today. Obviously, the cold probably played a factor into it as well, but just talk a little bit about how you and the rest of the Saxons were able to string together hits in both games and pull away with 2 non-conference wins.
Well, basically, like I said before, it was just us being cooped up and just seeing Marky Mark front toss us. It's good to get that, but at the same time, we just want to see some pitching. And I guess today we had some eyes today, so we were able to crush some. But I'm really impressed and proud of my girls for stringing together a couple hits to get our to score some girls. So I was really impressed with them, and I like how our team has slowly come together, even though we've only played, like I said, 6 games since Florida. So I'm really impressed with them.
All right, and speaking of the hitting specifically, in both games, the bats were alive, strung together, good hits. Props to Lycoming for a couple innings, keeping you scoreless, straining some runners on base too. But just talk about the batters today, and especially Haley Power. She was 4 for 4 in that second game there. So just talk a little bit about what was different, whether it be the eagerness of the girls to get outside, play, and that contributed to them making connections with pitches.
Yeah, I think one thing that's really cool about this team is if one person isn't hitting, somebody else is, and we saw that today. Luke Wesneski has been as hot as any hitter in the area the last 2 weeks. Today she was a little cold and a little off, and somebody else stepped up. Haley's been seeing the ball well. I'm very proud of her for just really coming through. It's her senior year. She's hitting the ball well, and good things happen when you hit, and even just executing little things. And again, if somebody's not hitting, the team's sticking together, and somebody else steps up and steps into that role and comes up with a key hit, and a pinch hit, double or single or whatever it may be. And so we're able to do that right now, and that's why we're winning some games. And obviously pitching and things like that are also very good, but just the girls playing together and believing in each other. That's where we're at right now. We like where we're at.